Hey, this is Jen. I hope everybody's good. Thank you for being here. Welcome if you're new. Welcome back if you're not new. I'm here with an energy update. The summer solstice is here for my part of the world, at least. And what this means is get ready for change. And I know some people are tired and they seem to think that these energy updates are always about the same thing. They may be, maybe in your perception they are. For others, they are not. And for some people, it's what they're going through on a daily basis. And I know in my personal life, I'm being challenged left and right um, by people that are not seeing the same thing as me, and that's fine. That's fine. It's just a validation that it's time to let go, to embrace that change that is coming our way. And it's a wonderful change because soon enough we're going to hit the eclipse season. I think the first one is on July 2nd or July 5th. I can't remember. I think it's the 2nd. So, huge chain of major events to help us and support us into changing our perceptions and consciousness. And if you are on a spiritual path, you know what I'm talking about. You are going through these processes as well. You are going through these changes and these purging phases and these phases of, my God, I don't want to do nothing because I'm so tired and drained, or I'm stuck, or I have a block, I have something blocking me from moving forward. And until you can transform this and transmute this, you're stuck there. For other people, they don't resonate with that, and that's fine. They just don't go through these things. They are not aligned with this path. And it's fine. It doesn't mean that they're not on a spiritual path. They may be further ahead, or they may be starting at a different level, and perhaps they don't feel the need to go through these things to understand and to ascend higher. That's fine. We all have a different journey. Let's go with the physical symptoms because they are pretty intense. Throat chakras, as you can hear, like I'm having trouble with my throat. Basically, we're clearing a lot of ancestral stuff in our energy. Bodies, pain bodies as well, mainly on the masculine side, so the right side of the body, therefore affecting the left side. You may feel like you're clearing on the right side, but like your left side is weak for some reason because it's not used to having this kind of, I don't want to use the word balance, but it's just not used to having this kind of space in the body. As we clear on one side, the other side has now more space to live. So we can see this from a physical point of view. We can see it from an energetic point of view and see it like the divine masculine is still healing. And I'm not referring necessarily to the twin flames. I am referring to at large, as a whole, society, the world, humanity is healing the divine masculine to make more space for the divine feminine. So if you've been challenged by people lashing out or challenged by people confronting you with a very masculine approach, that's what it was. It's just them clearing but not really knowing what's happening to them. At this point, sleeping patterns are like through the roof. So many information coming at night, and especially during this solstice window, which usually ends a day or two after the actual date. And the solstice is June 21st, so today. If you have a chance, go outside directly in the sun just to soak in that huge wave of energy that is in. And if you're not feeling this, that's fine. You can go outside and just place your intention on something. Life is about intention. Life is about intention from the heart. So you can go outside and just place your intention on something, something you want to see happen, something you want to let go or heal. Blurry vision has been very intense for the past couple of weeks, but more so this week. Like having a feeling like you have a hair in your eye, but you have nothing. Seeing double or blurry, unable to see clearly at night, and during the day just being like, oh my god, it feels like my two eyes are not synced together or something. That's again because we're clearing on the masculine side. So to me it was happening on my right eye. Body treatments can really help when it comes to that. Energetic treatments can help as well. It depends how you work. I really enjoy a good massage or a good treatment with a physical healer. So at this point, it is a new phase starting, an old one ending. So we may be feeling like, oh my God, I'm feeling kind of guilty for moving forward without really knowing why. Or I'm feeling like I'm missing something, but I don't know what I'm missing. It feels like I'm searching for something I've already had at some point in my life, but it feels like I cannot put my finger on it for some reason. That's only the energies of the future or coming energies pulling you towards that point, a higher level. So staying open, staying chill, staying relaxed is the best way to deal with this. If you have your own way, that's absolutely fine. Some people will dig deeper. Others will just do nothing until that new energy brings clarity to them, and that's fine too. No matter what works for you, that's what matters. And we may also be feeling that guilt I was talking about, not really understanding why we feel guilty. That's usually because we're shifting a lot and transmuting a lot and leaving a lot in the past, so we feel guilty of doing this. And it could be an unconscious level as well, or it could be coming from outside of you, somewhere in your surroundings, or your twin if you're a twin flame. And I know I've noticed lately, I don't watch a lot of YouTube videos, but I've heard a few negative things on the twin flames lately. And I've never liked labels, and I don't like using them. And I do agree that this label is being overused in ways that I don't resonate with. Let me just leave it at that. But it doesn't mean that it's not real. It's an experience. It doesn't mean also that it's a physical union between two people. It's an energetic union within first. And if you're part of these people who met their twin physically, this person is there to help you reflect back to you what you need to work on. But I do see a lot of people who thinks that they are in a twin flame connection, and it's not really. It's a divine love kind of connection, but not necessarily a twin flame, and that's okay too. Who are we to judge? If they think they are twin flames, that's fine. All of this to say, be careful where you take your information from, because nobody has the real truth, the absolute truth. Everybody's speaking from their own point of view, from their own experiences, and this and that. So I'm speaking from mine when I do these updates, when I say out loud what I think, what I feel. And all this to say that if you are resonating with the twin flame experience, you may at this point have been through interference, but also interference serving as a test for some reason to see how sturdy you are in your own truth, in speaking your own truth, and in embodying your higher self. And I know some people don't like to think that we are tested, but I do. This is my personal opinion. I do think that we are tested at one point or another just to see if we got the lessons right. just to see if that co-creation or that creation that we're trying to bring to life is aligned with who we are inside. Because since everything is about intention and about living a heart-based life, it starts there. So it can happen that along the way we kind of lose that connection or we go off track a little bit and we try to manifest something that is not aligned with ourselves. And how will we know that if we're not being tested? We would know by this manifestation not coming true or by failing. But I don't like to use the word failure because it's not a failure, it's an experience. But to me, that's what the tests are about, to see if you're really in line. So if lately, especially coming from people close to you in your surroundings, friends, people that you see on a weekly, daily basis, if you felt that you've been challenged or tested into your faith, into your sturdiness, into your confidence and trust in yourself, that's probably what it was. It was just to see and to bring to your awareness questions like, am I on the right track? If um, if this person is challenging me into seeing this, if that is this person right, or is this person just confirming and validating for me that I'm right? Is it creating resistance inside of me, or is it just making me want to root myself even more into my beliefs, into my faith of what I'm trying to bring to life or manifest? So taking a step back to just take a moment to question ourselves and just, go through a little internal process of, is this still aligned with me? And this person is lashing out or bringing this to me, and how does that make me feel? It makes me feel like anxious inside because I know she might be right or he might be right, or anxious because I just don't like the content, I don't resonate with it, and I don't think that it belongs to me. Therefore, I validate that I'm on the right path and I want to root myself even more into that vision, into that intention. Not always easy to do, not always a fun thing to do either, especially to go through with people that are challenging you. But at this time, it's normal because this change that is coming is so big, light wise, vibration wise, that these people react to your light. They react to the difference between you and them, therefore the mirror effect, and they try to either see, like unconsciously use the mirror effect to see what's bothering them about you, and the need to realize that they are doing that as well, the need to realize that they are as well. Therefore, a wake-up call for them to ascend higher and change consciousness. Um, these people lashing out are also guides for people who need to wake up, guides for people who just need validation, or guides for people to stay on track. And if you've passed the test, you most probably decided to take a step back and let go of these people. Whether they're friends or people that you see for some reason, um, basically just changing your habits or what you're used to in your life, like your environment, your surroundings. So a lot of people will be either changing jobs or moving places, physical places, moving homes to find a place that is more aligned with them, or switching, I don't know, hairdressers, therapists, stuff like that. That means that you've evolved higher, that you've reached that level where you're ready to seek a new teacher, you're ready to seek a new master, And seeking is not the right term. Just letting the teacher show up in your life. When the student is ready, the master appears. Just using the law of attraction to find that next person is the phase that we're in right now. So major changes on many levels, all levels actually, all of them, all of them. Um, Spiritually, more balance between the feminine and the masculine energies. More balance for the feminine to assert themselves, to speak their truth. So here again, we have the challenge here. A lot of feminine are being challenged into speaking up, being real, authentic, and doing their thing. And on the masculine side is about being in their heart. So a lot of people with stronger divine masculine energy or embodying the masculine energy are being challenged into opening their hearts. And it is needed at this time. It is. It absolutely is. Either they're being called to step down from a position, from responsibilities, from a role. A role is the best way to say it, or being asked to step up. I know in my case, people that I'm physically close to are people that have been stepped on a lot in many sense of the word, and they are now being called into learning about boundaries, learning about approaching things with love first instead of the place of wounding, you know? And that applies to the twin flame, to the divine masculine as well. That's what they're going through. A lot of them have been through many changes, and they're like, what is my life now? I don't recognize my life because it basically fell apart, or so many changes have happened that I I'm this new person now. And trust me, they do have the divine feminine on their minds a lot. A lot, even if they don't communicate, even if they don't come forward, they do have the divine feminine undermines a lot. I mean, it's part of a whole. One cannot exist without the other. Light cannot exist without darkness. And that's what the solstice is about, is bringing new clarity, deeper vision. That's why we had the blurry eyes. Deeper vision, seeing more thoroughly, more deeply. When looking at a person, being able to see their energy field, being able to see their emotional body, their pain body, and not seeing their physical body first, but seeing what vibe they're in, what vibe they are or they have, to connect on an energetic level. And pets lately, they're going through this as well. If you have a pet, perhaps you've noticed how different they are lately. Either more talkative, more agitated, or more cuddly, trying to get more cuddles from you, more affectionate, eating more, eating less. And that's normal. We're going through huge changes and shifts in so many ways. And talking about eating more and less, that's also a physical symptom that is huge these days. Not having any appetite, and then you take one bite and you're like, oh my God, I can't stop. That's not only hormonal, it is energetic. That affects the hormonal body for sure. But having cravings for different foods that you haven't had in a long time, or craving specific things many times in a short amount of time, or eating like always being hungry. When we shift, our body is adjusting. So it needs to clear out the toxins first, and then eat, eat in order to heal, and eat in order to rejuvenate. So drinking water is more than important at this time, and more water than you may think. So if you've been feeling thirsty, go ahead and drink. And I'm not here to give like nutritional advice, but like water with lemon and all that stuff, infused water is very good at this time to help our body balance out these energies because they're so extreme, so extreme. And you may have felt it physically, like having all kinds of tingling feelings and sensations in your body, in your hands and your feet, or random places like the middle of your back for some reason. Places like you're like, oh my God, what is this? And then it tingles for a few minutes. Skin problems are back also because we are getting rid of all those toxins. Skin problems, chest problems as well, anything related to the lungs and the heart, because we are expanding our heart chakra to welcome that masculine energy and balance out these two energies. The lungs is related in Chinese medicine, is related to sadness. And a lot of sadness has been going on in the past couple of weeks, just purging old stuff that most people couldn't make sense of, but really old stuff that was stuck there. And now that it's gone or in the process of being gone, you'll see it's really a huge relief to let that go. That's the past. No matter if it's from this lifetime or a past life, it's the past. It doesn't matter anymore. And that links and mirrors what the divine masculine is going through, healing karmic situation, healing karmic relationships, because they are seeing things for what they are now. What they were unable to do a couple of years ago, they are now seeing it. And I'm not big on dates and like events that happened in the past, but it is a common thread to hear about 2012. And I do agree with this date, with this year, because something drastically changed in my life. I began my biggest dark night of the soul in 2012. And some people like to say I awakened that year, but I like to believe that we are born already awakened. It's only a matter of nourishing that work. I don't believe that, you know, people just suddenly awakened and then they're done a year later. I think it's a lifelong process, but that's my personal opinion. I do agree that other realities exist out there. But in 2012, something huge happened. Like, and I know in astrology they explain that, but I'm not an astrologer, so I don't remember the details of this. But something happened during that year, and it feels like we're now like balancing out whatever those 7 years were, and we're going through the light side of this cycle, as if the last 7 years were the dark side. And if you look back, it was a huge transformational era that we've been through, that I've been through for sure. And I know I'm not the only one. I know a lot of people have as well. And we're now going towards the positive side of this. And that's what this solstice is bringing, this new era, this new cycle of let's see, let's manifest what we've been working on. And the eclipses that are going to follow in July will bring that as well. Each one will bring a new layer, a new level of clarity, of consciousness, of being able to see further and clearer. And our only job is to go through that and to allow it to manifest in our lives. So maybe at this point, you've been guided to help some people with that. And it's normal. That's why there are so many YouTube channels out there. But a lot of people are also doing this without a channel, without being public. They're doing this on their daily lives. I know a lot of people that do that. And as if they were specifically placed in some situations or places, a work, for example, for them to act this way. And they are light workers. You don't need to be on YouTube to be a light worker or to be part of a huge spiritual organized community to be a light worker. A lot of people are doing what they're supposed to do without even realizing that they are doing it. And we will see more of that. We will see more people shift and change their approach to life and to things and to other people. That's what this summer is about. That's what this solstice is about. And it's really wonderful. Aside from those really annoying physical symptoms, this is what we're looking at. This is where we're moving towards to. So really, it's a time to be gentle on the body and rest a lot. Really, really rest. Enjoy the sun. Enjoy if you can. Enjoy life. Enjoy yourself. Honor this process. That's one way to make it much easier. And if you need to sleep all day long, well, sleep all day long. The next day you're going to be like a real rocket. So it doesn't really matter at this point how we do it. What matters is that we honor our own internal process and that we honor the path that we are on and that the people that are on our path or that have been on our path. Like I mentioned, at this point, it's normal to let go of people. That means that new ones are ready to come in. And perhaps the people that you're letting go doesn't mean that you're not going to see them or speak to them again, but it was their call to wake up at their own pace and at a different level. And you've been called on a different timeline at this point. Who knows? Everybody's path is very unique and very different. So that's why energy updates are like general for the energy in general for what's happening on those planes in the quantum levels or at the quantum levels, and it's just energies that are there and present, available to everyone. So yeah, it is general, but for further clarity on someone's path, really meditation is the best tool, connecting with our soul, with our higher self. And you know, we spent years thinking mind over body, mind over matter, which is kind of true, but that's not all there is. There's energy over mind over matter. That's what life is to me. Energy over mind over matter. And the mind becomes a vehicle to manifest, a channel to manifest stuff in life. And we're going to see more people talking about this. We're going to see more people understanding this. Because a lot of people have resisted, thinking, no, it's all in the mind. You can control everything in your mind. Yeah, you can, but there's also an influence of, you know, the collective of the energies. And if the energy is not right, your mind can see as many visions as you want. It's not going to change anything, really. The energies must be good. Stars must be aligned, you know, without sounding too boring. It is about alignment. It is about energies being like on point for you to propel forward, manifest what you want. So that's my thought on this anyway. And at this point, that's what we're going through. Like a lot of divine masculine are now realizing, oh, I can, you know, feel more, see higher, deeper, and they realize that there's much more than what they thought was everything or what they thought it was going to be the rest of their lives. They're now realizing, wow, so many possibilities. So many possibilities, and a lot of them will just switch in almost an instant physically, or what looks like physically, but all this change is like years of prep time, years of work on unconscious levels and spiritual levels, energetic levels, and now they're ready to manifest it physically. And we're going to see this in a lot of people. We're going to see these kind of shifts happening and just people from one day going from bitter, mad, angry to, no, I see this situation differently now. So we just need to hold space for these things to happen. If you feel that you've been doing the work, all there is to do now is hold space for things to show up and just shine bright, very extremely bright. And it is the perfect time to do it because we're going to get more brightness, more lightness, and more love. So that's it for now. That's it. I'll be back with another update soon. And happy Eclipse Day for everyone. Eclipse, what am I saying? Happy Solstice Day for everyone. And if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so on my Facebook page at Indigo Girls Readings, on Instagram at IndigoGirl555, or you can also get in touch with me with my email at indigogirl555@gmail.com. And until the next time, be well and enjoy this weekend. Ciao for now.